9 things rooted in craving. I will teach you, bhikkhus, 9 things rooted in craving. What are the 9 things rooted in craving? Number 1. Independence and craving there is seeking. Number 2. Independence and seeking there is gain. Number 3. Independence or gain there is judgment. Number 4. Independence on judgment there is desire and lust. Number 5. Independence on desire and lust there is attachment. Number 6. Independence on attachment there is Number 6. Independence on attachment there is possessiveness. Number 7. Independence on possessiveness there is misery. Independence of misery there is safeguarding. Number 9. With safeguarding as a foundation, orientate the taking up of rods, weapons, quarrels, contents, dispute, disrupts, accusations, desired speech, and false speech, many other bad, unwholesome things. These are the 9 things rooted in craving. 7. Suffering in the world. Bhikkhus, isn't poverty suffering in the world for one who enjoys sensual pleasures? If a poor person gets into debt, isn't his indebtedness too suffering in the world for one who enjoys sensual pleasures? If a poor person who has gotten into debt promises to pay interest, isn't the interest too suffering in the world for one who enjoys sensual pleasures? If a poor person who has promised to pay interest cannot pay it when it falls due, they reprove him. Isn't being reproved too suffering in the world for one who enjoys sensual pleasures? If a poor person who is reproved does not pay they prosecute him. Isn't prosecution too suffering in the world for one who enjoys sensual pleasures? If a poor person who is prosecuted does not pay, they imprison him. Isn't imprisonment too suffering in the world for one who enjoys sensual pleasures? So, bhikkhus, for one who enjoys sensual pleasures, poverty is suffering in the world. Getting into debt is suffering in the world. Having to pay interest is. So too, bhikkhus, when one does not have faith in cultivating wholesome qualities, when one does not have sense of moral shame and So too, bhikkhus, when one does not have faith in cultivating wholesome qualities, when one does not have a sense of moral shame in cultivating wholesome qualities, when one does not have moral dread in cultivating wholesome qualities, when one does not have energy in cultivating wholesome qualities, when one does not have wisdom in cultivating wholesome qualities. In the Noble One's Disciple One is called a poor, destitute, indigent person, having no faith, no sense of moral shame, no moral dread, no energy, no wisdom in cultivating wholesome qualities. No wisdom in cultivating wholesome qualities. That poor, destitute, indigent person encourages a misconduct by body, speech, and mind. This, I say, is by body, speech, and mind. This, I say, is getting into debt. To conceal his bodily, verbal, and mental misconduct, he nature's evil desire. He wishes, let no one know me. He intends with the aim, let no one know me. He utters statements with the aim, let no one know me. He makes bodily equidours with the aim, let no one know me. This, I say, is the interest he must pay. Will behalf fellow monks speak thus about him? The Venerable One acts in such a way, behaves in such a way. This, I say, is being reproved. When he is gone to the forest, to the foot of a tree, or to an empty dwelling, bad unwholesome thoughts, accompanied by remorse, assail him. This, I say, is persecution. Then, with the break-up of the body after death, the poor, destitute, indigent person who, engaged in misconduct by body, speech, and mind, is bound in the prison of hell, or the prison of animal realm. I do not see, bhikkhus, any other prison that is a terrible and harsh, and such an obstacle to attain the underpassing security from bondage as the prison of hell or the prison or animal realm. Poverty is called suffering in the world. So too is getting into debt. A poor person who becomes in debt is troubled while enjoying himself. Then they prosecute him, and then he also incurs imprisonment. This imprisonment is indeed suffering, for one yearning for gain of sensual pleasures. Just so in the noble one's disciple one, in whom faith is lacking, who is shameless and brass, heaps up a mass of evil karma. He engages in misconduct by body, speech, and mind. He forms the wish, may no one find out about me. He twists around his body, twists around by speech or mind. He piles up his evil deeds in one way or another. This fool evildoer, knowing his own misdeeds, is a person who falls into debt, troubled while enjoying himself. His thoughts then pursue him. Painful mental states, born of remorse, follow him wherever he goes, whether in the village or the forest. The foolish evildoer, knowing his own misdeeds, goes to a certain animal realm, or is even bound in hell. This indeed is suffering of bondage from which the wise person is freed, giving gifts with wealth righteously gained, setting his mind in confidence. For he who acknowledges his transgression and confesses it for betterment in the future will grow in the Aralin discipline.